of meat. You know, if you don't come down here at this time, at this point, you lose your booth space. If you don't up right now, you're potentially going to have a chance to lose what you have this year. What? Who said that? It's in your contract. All of these, I can go on, and I don't have time to do it. The second reason that the demise of Comdex took place was, in my humble opinion, they took the eye off the ball. They thought they were in the exhibition business, but you're not in the exhibition business. You're not. You're in the servicing of imagination business. You service the imagination of people and convince them that if they go and do this exhibition, these wonderful things are going to happen. And the exhibitor services the imagination of the people who are panting, I can't wait to get in. So the problem for Comdex is they lost the fact that we don't sell the cold steel of TVs or PCs. We sell the dream of surfing the internet. We sell the dream of watching the Super Bowl in our living room, and they lost that mark. Gary Shapiro, who is one of the great leaders in trade shows, exhibitions, and everything that goes with it, if you haven't studied what Gary's doing, Gary is doing a lot of what I'm showing you right now. He has built an empire around the CEA and CES, and he has no arrogance. His people are great. Dan Cole is one of the nicest, gentlest, and caring leaders I've ever met with, and I didn't get that from Comdex.
Okay. Moving on to the last question, please.
I think Ellen should answer the last question about you, Sam, but go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Right in the back. Thank you.
I'll sing later.
Well, we'll do the back and then over there, because I think the back is
Peter Chris Meyer. How do you measure return on reputation?
That's a very, very good question. Let me show you how I did it. And again, from my perspective, when I started with Samsung Electronics, our warranty card returns was 0.2%. So when we sold product, whether we sold 10 or 1,000, 0.2% of the people who bought our products returned the card. You want to know why? Think about it as a consumer. If you buy something you think has very little value, and you buy something that, you know what, I'm going to buy it, it's cheap, never heard of the brand, and if it breaks, I'm going to throw it away. That's what happened. 6.5 years later, we were heralded, and there was articles written about it. Our return on investment on warranty cards was 22%. The industry average is 3 to 4%. So there's an example of return on reputation. The brand value, and brand is nothing more than a promise, the demand value, and demand is based upon return on investment, help drive the return on reputation. The second piece on return on reputation is the PR community. Why do you think, you know, I went into the Apple store and I asked the salesperson, why is Apple so powerful? And you know what he said to me? Because we're the greatest advertising and marketing company in the world. And then I asked the manager, why are you so great? We are the greatest advertising and marketing company. I told them they were both wrong. They go, what are you talking about? Do you all realize that Steve Jobs was at $1.60 a share when he came out with the iPod? Do you know he spent $325 million in 5 months advertising those silhouettes? Remember those? Do you know that everyone thought he ran that for 3 years? Why? Because the return on reputation had to do with a phenomenal product that was Blue Ocean, a phenomenal advertising campaign that mirrored the power of that product, and finally, the answer to the question on how you measure return on reputation is through your PR firm. Every year, I sit down with my PR firm, and I want to see every single article we received and every article of the competition. And when the editorial community votes and gives us more ink, it means it's driving our brand value, and I bring that back to the people I do business with, I bring it back to the consumers, and it super fuels our brand and helps our return on reputation.
Well, that was a wonderful opening keynote. Peter, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, very much.
You did a great job. Thank you. What I'd like to do now is move on to our first polling set of questions. But before I do that, there's some very important folks that I would like to thank, our sponsors, and as soon as they come up, we will thank them. Actually, I have them memorized, so I can thank them even before the slides come up. I think I'm ahead of schedule. I want to start out by thanking our gold sponsor, our platinum sponsor, actually, Las Vegas. Chris Myers had the faith and the belief in ECEF. We were talking about this last night. He was there for me when I reached out to him, and thanks to his support, Las Vegas's support, both from a financial point of view and a promotional point of view, he's really helped a lot the last couple years. And Chris, Las Vegas, thank you very much. Thank you. Round of applause. I'd also like to thank our gold sponsor, Freeman. Over the last 2 or 3 years, Freeman has been incredible with all of their different divisions, the ECEF website. I didn't really even know what a producer did until I started working with one of Freeman's companies, the AV. Everything you see in this room is Freeman, Freeman, Freeman. So it's a pleasure for me to work with them. Everything gets done on time, on budget, and it exceeds my expectations. So thank you to Freeman. And also new this year, I want to do a special thanks to Fixation Marketing. The last 12